Hello friends, once again I will narrate in this video, or I can say interpretation of analysis and summary of Bangle Sellers by Sarojini Naidu. So Bangle Sellers was written by prominent Indian poet, you can say poetess and politician Sarojini Naidu. The Bangle Sellers is a poem exploring the life of Indian women, the Indian culture and traditions revolving around women. In most of her poems, Sarojini Naidu writes on the theme of Indian culture and people. Her poems are focused on Indian settings, and this poem makes no exception. In its Indianness, the poem resembles another poem of hers in the bazaars of Hyderabad. The form and language of the poem. What is the form and language of the poem? The entire poem has a structure where each stanza focuses on a particular theme. The first stanza depicts the merchants touting at the temple fair to attract the attention of the people passing by. The consequent stanzas focus on bangles of various colors the seller have for women of all different ages. The poem Bangle Sellers has a simple rhyme scheme of AABBCC for each stanza. With mostly octasyllabic lines, the poem has no distinctive meter, but one has an apprehension of the same due to the use of easy language and a general fluidity of words. Use of clever similes has made it a beauty. If you see the first stanza, in the first stanza, the lines are like this: Bangle sellers are we who bear our shining loads to the temple fair, who will buy this delicate bride, rainbow tinted circles of light, lustrous tokens of radiant lives, for happy daughters and happy wives. So the speaker in this poem begins and introduce themselves as a bangle sellers who sell their articles at the temple fair. They call out to the people to buy their bangles. These hawkers describe their bangles as delicate, bright, rainbow tinted circles of light. They advertise their bangles by questioning who will buy these bangles for their daughters and wives. It is important to note here that though the speaker of the poem are several, there are many speakers, it appears as if there is a single speaker, means the speaker represents all the bangle sellers. This is due to the fact that they all have the same purpose, the same object, the same aim, and are thus seen singularly as a class essence. Also, the bangles here are called lustrous tokens of radiant lives. It shows us the Indianness of the poem, where bangles are bought on special occasions and are associated with happiness and prosperity. So when we see the lines of second stanza, some are meet for a maiden's wrist, silver and blue as the mountain mist. Some are flushed like the birds that dream on the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. Some are aglow with the bloom that cleaves to the limpid glory of newborn leaves. Means still others are green and glowing like the transparent beauty of newborn leaves. In Indian society, bangles have an important culture and religious place. Different colored bangles are worn by women in different stages of life. Blue, silver and green are generally worn by young maidens. It is interesting to note that the poet here uses the words flushed like the birds that dream. The word birds here is suggestive of chastity. Birds that dreams present before us an image of young girls dreaming of marriage. In this stanza, the poet presents the stage of youth in woman's life. So when we see the lines of stanza 3, third stanza of the poem, some are like fields of sunlit corn, meet for a bride on her bridal morn. Some like the flame of her marriage fire, or reach with the hue of her heart's desire. Tinkling, luminous, tender and clear, like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. So in this stanza, the Bangle Sellers say that some of their bangles are yellow like fields of sunlit corn. Bangles of this color are perfect for a bride on her bridal morn. Some of the bangles they have are bright red. They represent the flame of a newly turned bride's marriage fire. The red bangles also stand for her heart's desire. The bangles are tinkling, luminous, tender, and clear. They express both her joy of starting a new life with her husband and the sorrow of leaving her parents behind. Laughter and bridal tears. These words convey the whole of woman's transition in life from a maiden to a wife and all the emotions attached with it in a single line. Thus, this stanza marks the transition of life, transformation of life from a maiden to a wife. Means she is a young girl and after her marriage she is transformed into a woman. Suddenly in a day or a night there is a transformation that she turns into a wife and she turns into a woman, we can say. Then if you see the lines of stanza 4, some are purple and gold flecked grey, for she who has journeyed through life midway, whose hands have cherished, whose love has blessed, and cradled fair sons on her faithful breast, and serves her household in fruitful pride, and worships the gods at her husband's side. So this stanza means here the Bangle Sellers, the speakers, the narrators of the poem continue to advertise their bangles. They shout that some of their bangles are purple and gold flaked grey. These are suited for middle-aged woman who has journeyed through life. Means she is in her middle age now, and they are for her who has raised her children well and has remained faithful to her husband and family. So these bangles are, they say, perfect for she who has maintained her household with pride and worships the gods at her husband's side. In this stanza, poet writes down what she pursues, what she receives, what is her receptivity as the qualities of a good wife. Such a woman is truly deserving of the purple and gold flaked grey colored bangles in her eyes. Here we should pay attention to the word sons used to mean offspring. While it could be a happy coincidence, it could also suggest the ingrained attitude of male preference in the society of Sarojini Naidu's time. So on this note, I end here explaining an analysis and interpretation of the poem Bangle Sellers. Listen it carefully again and again, particularly students, so that you can understand the theme and meaning of the poem easily. And on this note, I end this video. So I am Dr. Kuldeep Mohadikar. Again request you to please like, share and subscribe my channel, and you can also listen to other videos, and you should have your feedback on those videos. Thank you.